App Nation, we are quickly approaching the 2025 softball season, and we are out here at the future home of App State softball, and I am with the newly minted head coach, Whitney Jones. So Whitney, good to see you.
Good to be here.
So why don't you tell me why App State?
When Doug Gillen reached out and he said the vision he had for the program and had just walked me through the vision, the resources, and where they want App State softball to go, I hadn't known exactly where I was going to end up, but I've always known I wanted to be a head coach, and when the right opportunity and the right time came, I knew I would know, and hearing more about App State and the people here, it was a no-brainer.
And how would you kind of describe your coaching style? How do you see yourself being a fit here at App State?
One thing as a coach that I've always valued is being the example. So as the head coach and as a leader, like, I value living out the expectations and standards that our players are expected to live out as well. I'm very high energy, very high demanding. I'm passionate about the sport and I'm passionate about people. I love showing up every day and getting after it. I love a quick-paced environment. I love good, smart, aggressive softball, and that's what you're going to expect when you come play for me.
So we're out here at the future home of App State softball, and there's a lot of just positive changes surrounding the program. What would you say you're most excited about for the 2025 season, and then just, being the leader of this program?
I'm just so excited for everyone that's been a part of this program previously and everyone that's here now to just see this new stadium and be a part of what's going to be one of the best softball stadiums in the country. I'm just so excited an honor to be in this seat and to be able to see this all unfold. I mean, coming out here on this field 2 months ago, there was dirt and gravel, and just to see this process evolve, to see our team just buy in this fall and get after it, I'm just so excited for the future of our program and what we're building here.
And when you first step on the field the first time for the first App State home game, and you see all the fans in the stands and they're seeing this brand new state-of-the-art facility, what's going to be your reaction when you see that?
I think I'm literally going to have someone's going to need to pinch me. Literally, it's going to be so surreal, and I just even get the chills like thinking about that moment. And that moment's right around the corner, but it's just so exciting to know that we're going to sit here, fill the stands, and just play some great softball on this new stadium.
So, amongst all the positive changes, you've really been hitting the ground running as far as the recruiting trail goes, and obviously a lot of positive changes with the new field and the new program, new leadership, everything. What message do you yourself, on behalf of your staff, want to send to recruits who want to call App State home?
If you're looking for a college experience, App State is the place. From a world-class degree to a world-class experience to having one of the best facilities in the country and being in one of the most competitive conferences in the Sun Belt, everything a high-level competitor is going to want, they're going to have here at App State. And once this stadium is done and where this program's going, we're going to compete with anybody in the country. And I fully believe we're going to be at the top competing for Sun Belt championships.
And kind of digging in from a broader scale now, what got you into coaching in the first place?
People, I would say I have been very fortunate from a very early age. My dad was my coach growing up, and after my dad, every coach I've had ever since then has just really inspired me and motivated me to want to give back and serve. And I did it originally as a strength and conditioning coach, and I've just always felt called to be in a role where I'm leading and serving, and softball is where I'm called to be right now, and I just absolutely love the opportunity to just give back to a sport that's given me so much. Like, I wouldn't be where I'm at today if it wasn't for softball or the coaches that poured into me, and that's truly just been my driver to give back to a sport that's given me so much.
And do you have any coaching role models that helped you kind of get where you are today?
I have a lot of coaching role models. My dad, like I said, was my very first role model. Marty Tyson, who's my travel ball coach for 5 years before I went off to play at the University of Washington, and then being at the University of Washington under Coach Tarr. She's a phenomenal role model and ambassador for our sport. And then just being under other strong female leaders with Cindy Ball Malone, who's at UCF, and I've just been very fortunate to follow. I love following other successful women head coaches in other sports, and so just great coaching has always inspired me to be a great coach myself.
So, coming from Washington, you're a successful player at the University of Washington, obviously a high-level Division I program. How have some of your experiences as a player, how have they translated to you becoming a coach, and what lessons as a player have you taken into coaching?
You know, at the time, sometimes you don't realize why you have to go through things, and looking back at it now, I appreciate every role I played in my collegiate career. I've played every role. I have been an everyday starter, I have shared time with somebody else, and I've had a season where I didn't play a whole lot. And so I've seen the game from every perspective, and when I say every role may not be equal, but every role is equally valued, I truly believe that, and I think that's one of the lessons taking from a player. Like, I've seen the game from every lens, and now as a coach, like, I truly value every role on our team, and everyone does play a crucial role. And I tell our players all the time, at the end of the day, like, we're all pushing for App State softball to win, and that's the most important goal, and everyone does play a vital piece in that, and it's just continuing to show value for every role. And you always work for the role you want, even when it's maybe not the role you want to be in. You just keep working and keep grinding. So,
from your time at UCF and at Ohio State and then previous stops, you've found a lot of success with being a hitting coach, and you've had a lot of successful hitters. What kind of coaching philosophies do you give to hitters, and how does that make them so successful?
Yeah, I'll say every situation I've walked into, I'll give credit to the coaches that have been there, the head coaches that recruited the players that I was able to work with. And you know, at UCF we had a very dynamic offense, and it's really, and even at Ohio State, you just find what your strengths are, and you build upon your strengths, and you find how you can get the best out of what people do really well. And we want diverse offenses. We want people to be able to be who they are within a team offense. And so when you come here, you're not gonna be fit into a box. We're gonna figure out what you do and elevate that. And I think that's one thing that's allowed success in the offenses, is just figuring out what our strengths are and really capitalizing on our strengths, and individuals capitalizing on what they do really well.
So we talked a lot about softball. Now, what are some of the things that you enjoy doing off the field?
Yeah, off the field, I enjoy working out. Like I said, I feel like I'm forever going to be an athlete at heart, so I love anything like that involves being active. I love Peloton and indoor cycling, so you can catch me spinning every once in a while, or actually more frequent. I would say I love baking, I love cooking, I enjoy shopping and going out. I love trying new food places and new coffee shops, and I also love dessert. So anything that kind of involves new experiences or traveling or being with people I love is what you'll catch me kind of doing outside of softball.
And what have you liked so far in your short time at Boone? What's been your favorite part about it?
Oh man, I would say just the local businesses, and just being able to, I don't go too far or too many days without bumping into like multiple people that I know in the community. So I just love that aspect of the family here and the tight-knit community.
So now let's dig back into App State softball. What do you think App State softball is going to look like in 2025?
We're growing, we're getting better, we're bought in. It's going to look like a prepared, confident unit. Like, that's what we're striving for. We're going to be prepared, we're going to work, and we're going to come out here and hopefully just let the game take care of itself. We want to have fun, we want to get out here and just compete. We don't want to be thinking too much, we want to be well prepared. We want to come out and play smart, aggressive softball, and I think you're going to see that this spring. We're going to have a very competitive schedule, and we're going to keep growing and learning from it and see how good we can get to be at our best when we need to going into conference.
And the Sun Belt's obviously a tough conference.
Absolutely.
Very tough. What is a tough non-conference schedule that you mentioned? How is that going to help prepare the team for the tough Sun Belt Conference?
Yeah, it's just going to help sharpen our sword. We're going to be able to go out and play some really good teams and kind of see where we're at and continue to get better there. And we're going to give people are going to get opportunities, and we're going to see what people do with some of their opportunities in preseason, and roles are going to continue to change throughout preseason and as we enter into conference.
Well, Coach Witt, thank you for your time, and App Nation softball season just around the corner, and we're looking forward to seeing everybody out here at the future home of App State softball. Go App!
Go App!